Hello. So for schools that use their own custom grading systems, they can also set their custom grading systems, which are different from the Examination Council of Zambia, by coming to click on grading system and assessment weights. So I'll start with talking about assessment weights before we go to the grading system. So for assessment weights, uh, some schools actually conduct assessment weights differently. It's understood that some schools have monthly tests, midterm tests, and end of term tests, while others have only a midterm test and end of term test. While some schools still only use end of term tests. So the system is set in such a way that it detects what type of assessment test your school actually uses. So what you do is you come to this assessment test, and you're going to see here, this is the standard in the system, which is put 0.2, 0.2, and 0.6. But if maybe you don't conduct monthly tests, you're going to delete there, and then you conduct mid-terms. It means you're going to do like that. Then you save, mean that you have mid-term takes 40%, which is 0.4, and end of term takes 0.6. Yet there are some schools that actually, then you save, but there are some schools that actually uses maybe mid-term 50%, and then end term should also be 50%. So you set it 0.5 and 0.5. This becomes the assessment weight for all your assessments in that school. So you have to make sure that you set this assessment weight. If peradventure you don't really use monthly test and midterm, it means that on end term, you just put a 1. This tells you that no, in your school, assessments are only conducted at end of the term. And all you do is click save. So in this case, I'm using an example of Popojan, which uses 20% monthly test, 20% midterm, and 60% end of term. And all I do here is I save. Okay, so this has been successfully saved, meaning that the assessment weights for Bobojan school has been set. So each school will have to check on which assessment weights they use. If they leave it, it means that the system will detect what entries you enter. If you enter only midterm and end of term, the system will have to divide automatically instead of you trying to enter the weight. So it's advisable that the school administrators enter the exact assessment weights as they appear in the school planning for assessments. So this is how we set assessment weight.